Good day, yogis. So it's Friday morning. It's a rainy day out today. And as I record this class for all of us, I think to myself how we struggle with many different things, right? On any given day. And we could bring that all the way back to early 2020 BC, before Corona, right? How do we struggle with finding our place, how to manage our days, whatever that entails, but also how to find contentment, santosha, right? To be content with things the way they are. It doesn't mean we don't aspire or want things to be a little bit different on any given day in any week, right? But how do we embrace what it is that's happening for us, around us? I strongly believe in the goodness of people, and to see that goodness all the time in little ways, in big ways, and to be content with that. How do we find contentment when we're not, quote, able or allowed to do something that we want to do? For most of us, we're very busy chasing the desires of the mind, okay? And when we're chasing the desires of the mind, there can be no contentment, all right? Because we're always on to the next. We're looking for something more. We thought it would work out different, or, whatever it is that we tell ourselves. So I think the real key is not looking for contentment, but closing our eyes and going inward and embracing that feeling of contentment. Okay, we have the gift of this practice and what this practice has shown us, what this practice has given us. We have the gift of each other, whether we're able to go to each other's homes or not. We have all these fangled devices to keep us in touch with one another, and to really close our eyes and to be able to go inside and embrace the contentment that's there, to feel it, to experience it in the way contentment is being shown to us, not the way we want to find it. So now I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, to take a breath in through your nose, to slowly exhale that breath out of your mouth. Gently closing the mouth, again, breathing in through the nose, breathing out of the nose. And just take some time here to experience each breath, each part of the breath. To experience the mind and how it wants to take us on this exotic kind of getaway, if only, or when we. So be mindful of how many sentences you start when you're having this inner dialogue. When we, if only. And come back to this moment. The safety of our homes on a chilly, rainy morning. The heat, right? The warmth. The shelter that we take in our space. It pales in comparison to the shelter that we can take within our own hearts. Touching our hands together in prayer, we place that prayer at our heart and we bow the head. And we honor that light that shines from within. It never flickers. It never wanes. And to allow that light to guide us all when we feel as though we're in a darker time, a darker space. To remember, you just bend your neck. And from this place within, we create an intention, an offering for our practice. And we softly, slowly breathe that intention in, as if the breath alone could place the intention right at the shelf, the spiritual heart. And we watch as we let the breath go, slowly. Breathing in, chins lift. Gently releasing the hands, opening up the eyes. We're going to start on our backs today. Okay, so you can just come down onto the ground, flat out onto your back. We're going to interlace the fingers in front of the chest, push the arms up towards the ceiling, rotate the palms up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, extending the arms up and overhead, push the palms towards the wall behind you, extend through your legs. And then release the interlacing of the fingers and let your arms come down to the sides of the body. Take a breath in and pull your knees into your belly. Wrap the arms around the shins and round. Bring your knees towards your nose towards your knees. And exhale, drop the feet to the floor. Let the knees splay apart like a Supta Baddha Konasana. If it's too much on the groins or on the knees, slide your feet a little bit forward, and maybe the soles of the feet aren't touching. Maybe you separate them a little bit and you feel a nice kind of hip stretch. As you take your next breath in, bring the hands to the outer edges of your thighs and point your knees up towards the ceiling, and exhale, stretch your legs forward. Again, interlacing non-habitually, even the thumb, slide it over one digit. As you breathe in, rotate the palms up towards the ceiling, stretch the arms overhead, and as you breathe out, extend through your legs. Really push the soles of your feet forward, and then release the interlacing of your fingers and let the arms come down along the sides of your body. As you breathe in again, bending your knees, lift your feet. Take your hands to your shins and round. Bring your nose towards your knees and your knees towards your nose. And then exhale, releasing the hands and drop the feet. Let the knees splay apart. Supta Baddha Konasana. Holding here in your interpretation of the pose, gently move your head from right to left, from left to right. And then as you bring your head back to center, pick up your knees again, use your hands, stretch your legs forward. Bend your right knee and pull the right thigh towards your belly, interlacing your hands behind the thigh. Stretch your right leg up to the sky, really flex through the foot so you're pushing your heel up and you're pulling your toes down. Take a deep breath in, and here as you exhale, lift your shoulders, lift your head, pull your thigh towards your belly and kind of open up your throat a little bit. Aim your nose towards your shin or your knee. And then as you exhale, slowly drop your shoulders and your head down. Bend your right knee. Keep your left hand behind the right thigh. Slide your right arm out to the right. And on the exhalation, just gently coax that right leg over the midline of the body to the left. Take a nice deep breath in. Your right arm is out to the side. And as you exhale, maybe you look towards your right fingers. If that's too much for the neck, keep your head neutral. Soften that left shoulder down onto the floor. As you breathe in, start first by bringing your head back to center and then release that left hand under the right thigh. Bring the right knee back to point to the ceiling. Drop the foot and stretch through the leg. As you take your next breath in here, you're going to bend your left knee, and on the exhalation, pull that thigh towards your belly. Interlace your fingers behind the thigh and stretch that left leg up to the sky. Taking a nice deep breath in here, push the heel. So you're really flexing through that left foot. Push the heel up, pull the toes down to you and spread the toes apart. Bring the thigh bone closer, the top of your left thigh closer to your belly. And on the exhalation, lift your shoulders, lift your head and open up the throat just a little bit. Try to get that leg a little closer towards your trunk. As you inhale, dropping back first, shoulders and head gently to the ground. Bend your left knee, slide your left arm out. Right hand, as you exhale, coaxes that left knee across the midline of the body. Take a breath in and really stretch that left arm out to the side, trying to get the shoulder blades onto the floor. And then if it feels okay as you're bringing the left knee over to the right, take your gaze a little bit to your left. Bring your right shoulder down. As you breathe in here, bring your head back to neutral first, releasing the right hand from the left thigh. Bring that left leg back, knee points up towards the ceiling, and then exhale and drop the foot to the ground, stretching through your left leg. Take your arms out a little bit wider, a little bit more towards a T position, and bending both knees, pull your legs in and stretch your two legs up towards the sky. Push through your heels, really flexing through the feet. Pull your toes down towards you and spread the toes apart nice and wide. Take a nice deep breath in and then bend your knees and take your hands to your shins. Squeeze the thighs against your belly a little bit more and then slide the arms inside of the legs. Now you can reach for the outer edges of your feet or the inner arches of your feet and pull your knees towards your armpit. Flex your feet towards the ceiling and rock left and rock right. Happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana. Through some real head-breaking sadhana, I have managed to transform my husband into a cat. So now he really truly understands the meaning of contentment, santosha. He's just happy to appear in little bits of the video and take his regular scheduled cat naps. Releasing your hands from the feet, dropping the feet to the floor, roll over to your right side, and then make your way up to sit. Stretching our two legs forward, you can shake them out and just kind of slide the hands down the tops of the thighs towards the shin and back, and then coming forward again. Now your legs, they're really not too active, so you don't have to flex through your feet or point through your toes. Just rock a little bit front to back, and just notice as you rock forward how the inner thighs, they're able to roll down towards the ground a little bit, and then rock back a little bit more and feel the inner thighs coming up, rotating up towards the ceiling. And we'll rock forward and back, and you go as far as it feels appropriate for you here today. Maybe you rock back a little bit farther and then you rock up, and here, yeah, it's pretty shady. We're engaging the abdominal muscles. Don't let your shoulders come up to here. Lift the heart and then come back up as you inhale and rock back as you exhale and come back up as you inhale. Now, if you're rocking back fairly farther, I want you to start activating your legs, extending through your legs, flexing through your feet, and come back and forth a few more times. And it's not a competition. Again, embrace contentment within your practice, using our practice to embrace contentment. Okay, so it goes both ways. And then rock back one more time and inhale, come back up. Now bend your right knee and drop that right knee out to the right. You can shift your weight to your left sits bone and bring that heel up pretty close towards your pubic bone, and then just bring your hands a little bit forward in the direction of your left shin. Drop your chin to your chest and really press the tops of your shoulders. Press them down and lift your sternum up. Be mindful not to puff the chest too much like that cobra kind of action, okay? So you're lifting up through your sternum, you're pressing the shoulders down, but you're also trying to get your navel to lift up a little bit and lengthen over the top of your left thigh. Take a nice deep breath in and then exhale, releasing the pose. Now we're going to rotate towards that bent right knee. Take a nice deep breath in. I'm cupping the floor with all 10 of my fingers. Draw the lower tips of your shoulder blades together and down. Lift up through your heart and rock back just a little bit on your seat, and then rotate to your right. Take a deep breath in and exhale the breath out. Coming back to center as we breathe in, scoop up that right knee with your right hand, and as we breathe out, stretch that right leg forward. Same action on the opposite side, bending your left knee. You're gonna grab a hold of the shin or the left ankle, and feel free to shift your weight a little bit over to your right buttocks and get that left heel fairly close to your pubic bone. You can always take a pillow, or if you do have blocks, you can place a block underneath the left knee so that it's not dropping down so far if it's giving you any kind of undesirable sensation over the top of the knee. So we breathe in, we grab the floor with our fingerprints, and we sit up tall. And again, we're drawing the lower lobes, the lower tips of the shoulder blades together and down. And in doing this, we're lifting our breastbone up. Being mindful, this is where now when you engage through your abdominal area, the navel, or just above the navel, the belly button, draw that in and up so that you're not puffing up the chest like that cobra pose kind of action. Rotating a little bit towards that extended right leg, as though you were trying to lift the navel up, and as you're bringing your trunk forward just a wee bit, placing the navel in your mind's eye, placing the navel on top of that right thigh towards the knee. Take a nice deep breath in, sit up tall, and as you exhale the breath out, rotating just a little bit to that left bent knee. Inhale, slowly come back to center, lifting up the outer edge of your left thigh. And as you exhale, extending your left leg forward. Give the legs a nice little shake. So now we're going to rock back just a slight bit, and you're going to place your hands on the ground. Your palms are flat on the ground, your fingers there pointing towards your buttocks, and you're pressing your feet down. You're lifting up through your chest. Put a little bit of a bend in your elbows so that you feel the middle, the upper back of your body start to engage. Pressing down well into your feet. Slide your buttocks towards your heels and then lift up, lift up. Try not to really over-engage your gluteal muscles. Keep your chin tucking in towards your chest, and now the arms can straighten. Take a nice deep breath in, and then as you exhale, drop back down onto your buttocks. Good. Slide your right foot in a little closer. You can take that exact same action with the feet out just like you did, or to add a little bit more heat. Slide your right heel in a little closer to your buttocks. Now as you breathe in, same action, start with a little bend in your elbows. Elbow creases are rotating forward. Lift up through your chest, press into your right foot, slide the buttocks towards the heel, and now lift up your left leg. If you're lifting your left leg, go ahead and look up to your left toes. Push up through the heel, take a deep breath in, and rotating that left leg in that hip socket. Drop it out to the left. Exhale, drop it out to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop it out to the left. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Other side, left heel is closer to your left buttocks, or again, you slide your feet a little forward and you can just lift up into your tabletop position. Otherwise, you're pushing into your left foot, the sole of your left foot. Elbow creases rotate forward, chest lifts. Take a nice deep breath in, slide your buttocks towards the back of your left heel, and then stretch your right leg up. Flex through your foot quite a bit. Rotate that right thigh bone. Drop it down, 1. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop it down, 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop it down, 3. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, release to the floor. If nothing else, you can find contentment in the fact that that is over. Rock out your knees. Go to the left and to the right, and to the left and to the right. Next time you go left, pick up your right arm, stretch it all the way back behind you. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, stretch it all the way to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, stretch your two legs forward. Shake them out. Shake out your wrists. Cross non-habitually. So that just means put the opposite foot in front. Taking your hands in front of your knees. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, round. Inhale, opening up. And exhale, round. Hold. In honor of all you cats out there, cat pose. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up. Left elbow is bent, right arm is straight. No bend in that right elbow. Stretch that right arm all the way over your head, looking down. Press into the outer edge of your right hip. Really extend through your right elbow. Really reach through the fingers and take your gaze down. Inhale, lift all the way back up. And then exhale, right hand down. Right elbow's bent, left elbow is not. Really stretch through that left arm. Reach it all the way up, looking down towards your right thumbnail. Press into the outer edge of your left hip. Stretching that left arm all the way overhead. Take a nice deep breath in and really opening up through your chest. Lengthen through that left side of your body. Inhale, rise all the way back up. And exhale, release. Still in that non-habitual crossing of the legs. Holding on to opposite elbows. A little bit like I Dream of Jeannie. Push your forearms forward. Lift your elbows, drop your chin into your chest, and pull your front body towards your back body. Breathe. Inhale, sit nice and tall. Exhale, bring your arms all the way over to your right. Keep lifting up through the sides of your body, and as you exhale, keep rotating to your right. Pull your left hip slightly back, slightly back. Inhale, come back to center. You guessed it. Exhale. Rotate all the way to your left. Keep pulling your right hip back. Lift up through that left side of your body. Lift your elbows. Inhale, come all the way back. Exhale, release. Let your shoulders kind of bounce around a little bit. Roll them up, back, and down. Roll them forward. Yeah. And can you feel it happening in your shoulder blade? So it doesn't have to be always in the what we think of as the shoulders, in that deltoid area. Think about it in the shoulder blades a little bit more. Okay? Come down onto your back bodies. Extending out through your legs. Legs are nice and straight. Bend your right knee and draw your right leg in. Keep your left leg very strong, very active. In fact, press the top of your left thigh bone down, as though my hand were gently holding the top of that left thigh bone. Stretching your right leg up towards the ceiling. Now, you can flex through the foot or point through the toes. I know for me personally, if I point through the toes for too long, it creates a spasm in the arch of my foot. So if that's you as well, flex through the foot. Now, as you exhale, you're going to start to lift up. Lift up. Walk your hands up. Draw your navel in and down. And then inhale, take it back. Exhale, walk your hands up. Maybe you hit the top of your right foot and take it down. Exhale, walk the hands up. Inhale, down. 3 more. Exhale, walk the hands up. Inhale, down. Exhale, walk the hands up. Inhale, down. Last one. Exhale, walk the hands up. Go a little bit farther, a little bit farther. Hold the breath out. Inhale and take it down. Bend the knee, drop the foot to the ground. Stretch through your right leg. Just take a moment here to rock your head a little bit left and a little bit right. A little bit left and a little bit right. Bring your head back to neutral. Take a breath in. Your right leg is very strong, very active. Thigh bones pressing down towards the floor as you exhale. Bend your left knee. Draw that left leg in and stretch that left leg straight up. Same action here. You have options. Point through the toes or flex through the foot. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, go ahead and start lifting your trunk. Now, inhale, take it down. As you exhale and you lift your trunk, try to keep that leg pretty steady. So you don't want to keep bringing it in towards you, okay? Straight up. Inhale down. Exhale, walk the hands a little farther up. Maybe you hit the sole of the foot gently. Inhale it down. Keep going. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more. Exhale, climb your hands up. Inhale, take it down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Last one. Exhale, walk up, 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 up. Hold. Push every bit of the breath out. Get your tongue off the roof of your mouth. And then inhale. Slowly come down. As you exhale, bend the left knee. Drop the foot to the ground and stretch through the left leg. Move your head very gently from right to left. From left to right. And then we're going to flip over onto our bellies. So you can spin yourself around as you flip over onto your belly. If you have a strap, you can definitely work with a strap. Another substitute for a strap is a tie. I once had a student refer to them as ropes. A rope can work. Place your left forearm parallel in front of you. Elbow is underneath the shoulder. Bend your right knee, reach back with your right hand. If possible, the right hand is on the top of the right foot. Try to bring that front right hip point towards the ground. Push the top of your thigh bone towards the ground. Press the foot into the hand. Take a deep full breath in and exhale, release. Swap it out. Slide your right arm out in front of you. Elbow is underneath the shoulder. Right palm is down. Rotate that right inner wrist towards the floor. Bend your left knee. Place the foot, or the hand, rather, the palm on the top of the foot. Really push the foot into the hand. Roll that left front hip point a little closer towards the floor. Push the top of your left thigh bone down. Inhaling, release. Exhale, switch sides. So take that same action again, or if you like, bending your right knee, reach back, take a hold of the foot. So again, the foot is pushing into the palm. It's not the palm pressing that foot down, okay? Rotate that right front hip point a little more towards the ground. Really push, extend through that left leg. Hold right here, or if you're adding on, stretch your left arm forward. Push the right foot into the right hand, breathe, and release. Same action, opposite side. Right forearm is down, elbow underneath the shoulder. Bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand. Push the foot into the hand. Roll the left front hip point towards the ground. Press the top of your left thigh into the ground. Take a deep breath in. If you choose, keep extending through your right leg. If you choose, go ahead and lift your right arm. Breathe. And release. Stretch through both your legs. Grab the floor with your fingertips. Lift up into your cobra pose. And then push your seat towards your heels, keeping your toes tucked. Really spread all the connective tissue at your toes. Walk your hands back in towards you. Shift your weight. Stretch your legs forward. Now, for those of you who are going to stop your practice here, it's just, sorry about my big hand there. It's about half an hour in, so with your Shavasana, it'll be a 35-minute practice. But I would like you to rock back a little bit and just shift your knees from left to right and from right to left. Stretch the two legs forward, extending through your legs. Work towards your Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. If you want to bend your knees because your hamstrings are very tight, then that's probably a really good idea. You can always put, again, a pillow or rolled up blankets underneath the legs, and you can work it that way. This way it's not so strenuous on the back of the body. Belly is on the thighs, and then you reach for the outer edges of your feet or your shins. Breathing into the back of your body. Close your eyes and breathe out. And then you can slowly lift yourself back up, trunk up, and settle onto your back body, closing your eyes. As you prepare yourself for your final relaxation, embrace that santosha, contentment in your breath. Relaxing your tongue and your jaw. Relax the space just above the center of your eyebrows. And bringing yourself down into your Shavasana, your final relaxation. Take the arms out away from the body and rotate your palms up. Take all the work out of your legs and let your feet just gently splay apart. After your few minutes of Shavasana, if you would like to quietly bring your legs in, minimal disruption to the body, and come up for a couple of minutes of a practice of meditation, that is always an option. Okay, whether you have a regular practice or not, maybe now is a perfect time to create one. And don't judge your ability by how long you're sitting, okay? Many a man has sat for, I don't know, some extended period of time with their eyes closed, and perhaps on the outside it may look like, wow, they can sit so undisturbed, but you know what they say about the calm waters, right? So really, again, finding contentment in where you are and appreciating that as part of our journey, the gift of this practice. For those of you in your Shavasana, the light and love in me bows to that same light and love in you. Namaste. And you can turn off your recording now. Thank you for practicing. For those that are adding on, separating your legs apart, Upavista Konasana. You can rock a little bit forward, aiming pubic bone towards the ground, then walk your hands in and rock back. And then rock your pubic bone forward, aiming it towards the ground, bending the elbows, extend through your legs, and come back in. Coming forward one more time. Pubic bone towards the ground, elbows are bent. Lengthen the front of your spine. Find space between your navel and your pubic bone, and then your navel and your breastbone, lengthening. And rock back. You're going to take the soles of your feet to the floor, and we're going to come up into a squat. Now you may want to rotate your toes out slightly, your knees out slightly, otherwise feet are parallel. Do what feels most appropriate for you. Press your palms into the ground and push yourself into a standing forward bend, Uttanasana. Belly is connected to the thighs here, okay, to give your back body a little bit more release. As you take a breath in, go ahead and reach your arms out to your sides and rise all the way up. Touch the palms overhead. Look up to your thumbs. And as you exhale, bring the arms down. If you're using a mat or wherever you've positioned yourself, coming forward so that you have room to step back. Closing your eyes and bring your hands together in prayer at the heart. And again, drop the chin to your chest, looking inward. Recommit the intention that we hold in our heart. Whisper that softly to yourself. As we breathe in together, eyes open, stretch the prayer up, look up to your thumbs. As we breathe out, separate the palms, bend the knees, and forward fold. As we breathe in, lift up and lengthen. As we breathe out, step your right foot all the way back. As we breathe in, stretch the arms out to the sides, reach the fingers to the sky, lift your heart. As we breathe out, the hands come down, framing the left foot. As we breathe in, we look a little bit forward. Hop your right foot up closer to your left and straighten your left leg. So here we are then in Parsvottanasana. Lift the chest, inhale, and then draw your left hip back. Pull the left toes up off the floor, but keep the ball mount and the heel of the foot down. Drop your chin into your chest and stretch the crown of your head towards the top of your left foot. As we inhale, left foot is flat against the ground. We lift the chest. As we exhale, left knee bends, right foot steps forward, and we fold. Again, breathing in, stretch the arms out to your sides. Lift them up, gaze up to your thumbs. As we breathe out, arms come down, bend the knees, and forward fold. Lifting up through your chest, lengthening the front of your spine, and then as you breathe out, step your left foot all the way back. Inhale, stretch the arms out, really extending through that left leg. Reach the fingers to the sky. Maybe the palms touch unless you have tight shoulders. Then keep the palms apart. As we breathe out, hands frame your left foot. As we breathe in, lift your chest away from the top of your left thigh. Look forward. Hop your right foot closer to your left and straightening out your right leg. I'm sorry, as always, I got the left and right wrong. Lift your right toes up off the floor, but push down into that big toe joint. Keep the ball mount of your right foot down and keep the heel down. Take a nice deep breath in and then draw your chin to your chest and let the crown of your head stretch towards the top of your right foot, lengthening through the sides of the neck. Soften the shoulders. Feel me coming up from behind you and softly lifting your shoulders away from your ears. As you breathe out, the sole of the right foot flat onto the ground. Step your left foot forward and fold. Inhale, reach the arms out to your sides. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Full breath out. Lift to your flat back. For those of you at home that aren't as familiar, the flat back can be here. If you're working with blocks, perfect. You could put your hands on a coffee table. Everybody go ahead and breathe out. You could even bring your hands to your thigh and lift your chest. Everybody bend the knees. Palms are flat onto the ground. Step your right foot all the way to the back of your mat. As we breathe in, lower the right knee towards the ground. Draw your left hip back and lift up through your chest. Now, rotate your left knee and your left toes out to the left. Settle the top of your right thigh to the ground. Drop to the piggy toe side of your left foot. Maybe you lower down onto forearms and elbows. Maybe you bend that right knee and you reach back and you take a hold of the foot. Really stretching through the top of your right thigh there. Releasing your hand from the foot, left hand from the right foot. Rotate left knee and left toes forward. Lift back up onto your fingertips. Push your right heel straight back, really lengthening through that right leg. Step your right foot forward and fold. Arms reach out to your sides and we rise all the way back up again. Look up to your thumbs. Exhale, come forward and fold. Inhaling, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step your left foot all the way back. Here now with the left foot stepping all the way back, you're going to rotate again. You drop your left thigh bone down towards the ground. Rotate your right knee and your right toes to the right. Maybe you drop to the piggy toe side of your right foot. Maybe you take your left knee, bend it, and reach back with your right hand. Draw the heel in closer towards your left buttocks and really give the quadricep muscles of the left leg a nice stretch. Breathe through it. It shouldn't be so intense that it takes your breath away. Inhale, release. Rotate your right knee and your right toes forward again. Exhale, step your left foot forward and fold. Stretch your arms out, reach the fingers to the sky, look up, exhale, drop the arms down, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Choices, options. Step your right foot all the way back. Exhale. Now, some of you are going to stay here with the right leg stretching all the way back. Others are going to bring your left leg forward and come into Lord Hanuman's pose, the split. Reach the fingers up to the sky. Take a breath in. If you're adding on, bend your right knee. Reach back with your right hand and take a hold of the top of your right foot. There we go. There we go. And then come forward. Pressing the foot into the hand. Draw the heel into the buttocks. Lengthening your torso over the top of that extended left leg. If you're here, push your heel forward. Pull your toes back. Your left toes are in your left palm. Don't get crazy. We don't want to go to the emergency room on any given day. We definitely don't want to go now. And then release. Releasing your right hand. Releasing your left hand. Coming up. Lift. Bend your left knee. Slide the foot back. Step your right foot forward and fold. Stretch the arms out to the sides. Lift. Exhale and fold. Flat back, lengthening. Inhale. Now, stepping your left foot all the way back to be content right here, yeah? Beautiful. Otherwise, if you have it in you, slide your right leg forward. Take a deep breath in. You can stay right here, lifting the arms up. Maybe you bend your left knee, you catch a hold of the top of that left foot, and you draw the heel to the buttocks. Lifting up through your chest, square your hips, and lengthening the front of your spine over that right extended leg. I can hear some of you laughing. Pam, you're up on Round Top, but I hear you, my girl. You are howling, right? Yeah, I know it. We hear her, right, yogis? Yep. It's a special bond. It really is, yeah? And we're all the better for each other. Releasing your hand from the foot. Drop your left leg straight back behind you. Press down into your palms, tucking your left toes. Lift up. Bend your right knee. Foot is on the floor. Step your left foot forward and fold. Arms reach out to the sides. We lift all the way up. Exhale, come forward and fold. Now our jump back. Lift to your flat back. Inhale. You can step to downward dog or jump back, chaturanga. Come all the way onto your belly and lift up. There's your cobra. We all meet downward facing dog. Look towards your hands, bend your knees. Hop or step the feet forward and fold. One more time, yogis. Arms reach out to the sides. Lift. This is for each other. Exhale and fold. Flat back, prepare. Inhale. Step to down dog or jump, chaturanga. Exhale. If you step to downward dog, you can still take that same vinyas. Inhaling, lift up through your chest. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips. We're all at downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Look towards your hands, bending your knees. Hop or step the feet forward and fold. Slowly roll yourself up to stand. Coming to that standing position, eyes are closed, arms are at the sides of the body. And just feel all that energy as it soars through us. Let it wash away fear. Let it wash away doubt. And allow it to give you clarity, to gaze within. And what you find in here is what you see out there. Opening up your eyes, slowly coming down onto your buttocks. Stretch your legs forward. Give them a shake. You can rock to the left and to the right a little bit. Keep your knees soft. There you go. Bend your right knee, take a hold of the right foot and cradle that foot. Back and forth. Then you can rotate that right knee to the midline of the body and pick up that right foot. Use your left hand. Try to get that right calf on top of your right shoulder. Here's the thing now. Left hand is going to come to the top of your right foot, okay? Try to wedge that shoulder underneath that right back of your right knee. Really squeeze the leg in and lift up. Take a breath in, push the foot into the hand and look under your left armpit. Compass pose. As you breathe in, come back to drop that right leg down, rotating forward. As you breathe out, cross that right leg over. Knees bent. Right foot is on the floor, outside edge of your left thigh. Press that right foot down. Big toe joint of the right foot, press it down. Inhale, stretch the arms up. As you exhale, rotate to your right. Drop the right hand down. Inhale, lift up even more with that left. Keep that shoulder soft. Bend your left elbow. Bring it to the outside of your right thigh and twist. For those who want to make the bind, there's that internal rotation there in the left shoulder. Sneak the left arm under your right thigh and then reach your right hand towards your left. And hold your hand. Twist. Bring your right hip a little more forward, left hip a little more back, and lean back. Gazing over the top of your right shoulder. Maybe you lift your left leg. You don't have to. Release that left leg to the floor. Release the bind. Come back to center, inhale. And then counter a little bit to the left, exhale. Rise back up through center. Rock back. Stretch your right leg forward. Let it wrap against the ground a little bit. A little dab will do you. Bend your left knee. Left hand to the outer edge of your left lower leg. And right hand to the sole of your left foot. And I'm just working this left knee across the midline of the body and out. Across the midline and out. This action will work a little smoother if you push the foot into the hand. Yeah? And then the next time you bring that left knee out and back, take your left arm underneath. So here I am, bringing that left calf on top of my left shoulder. Okay, I'm going to support it with my left hand. Right hand to the top of your left foot there. Take that left arm out alongside your left hip. Palm is on the floor. Push the foot into the hand and look underneath your right armpit. Maybe you push the foot up, push the heel up. Take a deep breath in and then exhale that breath out. Come back to center as you inhale. Release the left calf to the top of your left shoulder. Slide the arm out and then bring that left knee all the way over to your right. Sole of the left foot is on the ground. Right leg is strong and straight. As you take a breath in, push into your left foot. Lift the arms up. As you breathe out, left hand comes behind you. You start to work that spinal rotation. It happens here, thoracic spine, where your ribs are, okay? So lift up, get all the length in that right side of your body. And then as you exhale, cross that right arm outside of your left thigh. Take a deep breath in As you exhale, rotate to your left. Bring your left hip forward, bring your right hip back. If you're working the bind, there's that internal rotation. Slip your right arm behind your left thigh. Reach your left hand around back behind you. Maybe the hands catch. Maybe they don't need to. Ever think of that? Stretch up from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. As you exhale, rotate those right ribs over the top of your left thigh. Push into your left foot. Maybe you lift your right leg. Push the heel forward, pull the toes back. One more breath. And release the leg down. Inhale, breaking the bind. Come back through center. And exhale, counter that twist. Inhale, lift it back up. As you exhale, uncross that left leg. Stretch that left leg forward. Let it relax. Let it wrap against the floor. Again now with your Paschimottanasana, you can bend the knees, or if it's okay on your hamstrings, you keep the legs straight. Optional, put a pillow or a blanket underneath the backs of your knees, or you can even take your strap or do it all. Do it all, man. Why not? Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, come forward. Take a breath in, whatever interpretation of the pose you're in. Beautiful. Lift up through your chest as you exhale, surrendering into the pose. Move your chin in towards your chest. Soften the tops of the shoulders away from your ears. Stretching the crown of the head towards the tops of your feet as you breathe in and you breathe out. Breathing in, feeling that expansive quality, and breathing out, let go. Breathing in again, feeling that expansive quality, and breathing out, let go. One more time, exactly like that. Inhalation to a pause. Exhalation to a pause. Lifting all the way back up. As you inhale, walk your hands up your legs and exhale. So if you are practicing in a space where you have a coffee table nearby, a free wall nearby, or a couch, recliner, anything like that, then I want you to come to face the wall or the couch. Walk your buttocks in. It's really nice to let the calves rest heavily onto a piece of furniture, table, or what have you. Right now, the couch cushion is catching me just at the space behind my knees, and then I'll lie back. So here you are, relaxing and resting. If bringing your legs up the wall is more your style, then go ahead and bring your legs up the wall. But give yourself a couple of moments wherever you're at, whichever you choose, and commit to that. Okay? Commit to that by closing your eyes. Commit to that by relaxing your jaw, your tongue, your belly. Commit to that by seeing how the breath takes you in and allows you to let go. Going back and forth in just this way. Now, it doesn't mean that a thought's not going to come in. Absolutely. Yeah, watch that thought. But catch yourself in the what ifs. If only. When we. Giving yourself the gift of being in this moment. Giving yourselves the gift of being present. And there you'll see contentment. We don't have to find it like it's some outside source, okay? But when we're being present, when we're really truly in the moment, a sense of contentment just slowly kind of washes over us. As it slowly washes over us, through contentment, we feel this connection to a much higher power, whatever that source is to you. And as contentment washes over us, that higher power, watches over us. It's how it works. And it's already in there. Now, if you're comfortable here and you'd like to take your Shavasana in this way, by all means, stay right here. If you want to do your Shavasana, your final relaxation, just flat onto your back, go ahead and move yourself away from the wall or the piece of furniture. And settle into the pose. Giving the posture, giving the pose, Shavasana, the same regard, the same integrity as we practice with all the poses. Start to bring your awareness back to the breath. To feel the inhalations, the pause, and then the exhalation. And the pause. Start to bring some movement, some motion back into your bodies. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes. Go ahead and stretch your arms up and reach them straight back behind you. As you exhale, bend your knees, draw the legs in towards the belly, and then just slide the arms along the ground, taking your hands to your shins, keeping your eyes closed here. Rock a little left and a little right. Next time you rock over towards your right, go completely over and pause. As you're ready, coming back up to a seated position, eyes stay closed. And in your seated position, bring a little bit of movement, almost a cat-cow kind of action. You can come to a cross-legged seat and moving from lower in your back. So as you move towards that cat, that rounding kind of action, feel how your pubic bone lifts away from the ground. And then as you inhale and you move towards that cow pose, your pubic bone moves down towards the ground. And let the breath guide the movement up and down the spine. Couple more times, and then find your tall seat. Touching our hands together in prayer, we place the prayer at our hearts, and we seal the practice, bowing the head. We recall the intention, the offering. And using this offering, sending it out into the world, from that goodness within, from that light that shines from within, allowing it to illuminate throughout the world. There are millions and millions and millions of people just like ourselves practicing. And I beg you to feel contentment, okay? To enjoy something and to keep that going. Breathing in, chin lifts. Om. Om. Om Bolo Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Salutations to the Creator, our only true teacher. Thanks, yogis. Have a great weekend.